Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner Studio, and with me today is several young ladies from our community. Michelle Smeltzer is from the Department of Social Services. She's our community liaison director, and with us is Sam Barber. She is the president of Reaching Out, but what's your new title?
I am the Director of Community Engagement for People Incorporated.
We just posted an article about her a couple weeks ago, so check it out on the Royal Examiner, and it has her smiling face on there, and it talks about her new position at People's Inc., which is kind of a company that a lot of people don't really know much about, do they?
They don't, no.
And they do so much in our area. It's just, and it's a broad area. It's not just Front Royal, but it's all up down the valley, in fact, all over the state, isn't it? So, so anyway, I noticed you have a long list. I asked her for the list. She said it's too long to print out. So
no, I always have a lot to say.
Well, but that's good. I mean, that's what the Town Talk's all about. We want to bring things to our community and talk things about it. So I'm sure some of it has to do with People Inc.
It does.
So where do you want to start?
Well, we can start with our food giveaway. That's this Wednesday, so the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
We will be having a food giveaway at First Baptist Church. And so Department of Social Services is partnering with People Inc., the Ministerial Association, New Hope Bible Church, the community gardens. So we'll have some fresh produce there.
Yes. Yeah. They really put out some produce. Last year was a ton, and they're shooting for 2 tons this year.
Because they have 2 gardens now. Yeah. So it'll be, we have some frozen food, we have boxes of food, and then we have just, other shelf-stable food that will be available.
All right, so tell us, when does it start? How much does it cost?
So,
and I know there's no cost.
No, there's no cost.
So when does it start? It's on Wednesday.
It's on Wednesday
14th,
night.
Right?
The Wednesday night, yes, the 14th, and it's from 6 o'clock until we're out of food.
Okay.
And the last time we did it on a Saturday, we were out of food really fast.
Okay.
So if you're interested, I would be there, right around 6 o'clock just to make sure.
This is at the First Baptist Church in downtown Front Royal,
right
there behind the old town hall, and you can't miss it, right across from Maddox. And
it's the same church that gives out the to-go dinners Tuesday through Friday. So it's at the same church. So we're starting ours when they end the to-go service. So.
All right, so 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 14th, kind of a free giveaway, food giveaway. Is there any requirement to?
No, we're not asking.
To show your ID or
no? No, we don't. No ID, no application. We are going to ask, how many adults and how many children are in the family. Yeah. So we do have to report that to the Blue Ridge Food Bank. So we will be asking that question. But that's
great.
all.
We have given away so much food in this county. If you're hungry, there's really no excuse for that. I mean, between the county and the things that you've done over the summer and even in the spring, it's just amazing that and the food bank has been really generous with the not charging I know a lot of their subsidiaries for food during this last time. So it's been great. The state has really stepped up and put a lot of money out in that. So I know it makes a difference, especially in the school year. And I was kind of amazed at how many children don't really get their breakfast and their lunch. And because when they were shut down, they give those lunches and breakfast away. And the people that showed up for that, it's just amazing. And I even asked, I was talking to one of the principals about how many breakfasts do you really serve? It was a lot.
It is a lot.
Now they are doing a lot.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm just glad that we have those kind of services in our county. It does reach a section of people that maybe someone doesn't really they don't think about.
Right. So we're hoping to reach the people that are working.
Sure.
And that maybe just are really struggling with their bills and everything. This can help supplement their food. So.
Yeah. This knock off $50, $100 or more off of their food bill. And that money's got to come from somewhere, so that's great to do that. That's Wednesday, the 14th, 6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
At the First Baptist Church in downtown Front Royal.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's number 1. Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Well, how about you can talk about your thing.
So the other thing that we're doing, the first one was with People Inc., but Reaching Out Now is having a Safe at Home. It's a back-to-school community event. It's August 28th, and it's going to be at the Bing. And what we're doing, we are partnering with the coaches from Skyline High School and Warren County High School, the baseball coaches, and also the softball coaches. And we are going to have 3 exhibition games. It's a family fun day. It's going to be from 11 to 4.
Okay.
And we're going to have 3 games. The first one's going to be against the coaches, and the baseball team is going to be coached by the softball girls.
Okay.
And the second one is going to be the students and anyone in the community who wants to come out to play with the kids. And the third one is going to be against Skyline High School and Warren County High School.
It's always a rivalry.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's all in hope.
All in fun.
All
and-
in fun. Yeah, and bringing the community together, and hoping to raise $1,000 from it to give out 2 scholarships at the end of the school year. So.
Right. Anything you can do to get the community to get together, to come out,
Yes,
it's
yeah.
always great. I know we had just finished up the Hope Rising Festival. That was a very, I would call that a
Yeah.
success.
Yeah,
And we've
yeah.
had several other fundraising events throughout the county for different people,
Right.
and they've all been successful. So our community does step forward when there's things happening and a need is
Yeah.
out there. All we got to do is just ask
Yes.
and present it, and we hope that, and we'll get those dates and we'll publish those down in the
Thank
story.
you.
So that's
Yeah.
in August.
Yeah, August 28th. That's
August
when we're-
28th.
Yeah. but
That's
we're
going to be a hot
excited.
day.
It
Hot,
is.
Hot. Yes.
We're hoping for
the dog
good.
days of summer.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, we're hoping for good weather for sure.
Of course. Is this a rain or shine event?
Yes. Well, the boys play in the rain, and the girls too. So we have shelters. So.
I don't know about the coaches. They're a little, sometimes the coaches are a little wimpy. You know what I mean? So
Well, we're hoping they'll definitely step up and be a part. But we're really excited about this. The board and Michelle, DSS is partnering with us, Warren Coalition,
Good.
and the Cardinals is partnering with us
Right,
for this
right.
event as well.
yeah,
So
they
it's
do
good.
a lot in the community, and they really want to get people. I mean, they do want people to show up and maybe occasionally
Right.
pay them to see the game, but
Yeah.
they get sponsors, and they really want to involve the community in baseball. And I did a little interview with them last week or so, a couple weeks ago, and the thing is, playing in front of people is different than playing in an empty stadium like they've been doing in the last year.
Yeah.
And they feed off that energy, and that's where the fans come into sports. Is it really feeds the players? It gives them that energy they need to just make an extra little effort.
Yeah.
And those Cardinal games, those are great for the
Yes.
family. And it's not, even if you have to pay for a ticket, it's not very expensive.
No,
So,
not.
I mean it's like real baseball. I mean
It
they don't
is.
mess around. It's the
Right.
real deal.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, these kids come from
all over the country. They're top notch. I mean, these are the best of the best.
Yeah.
And they want to play to get drafted and play. This is what they want to do. They want to
Right.
play baseball.
Yeah, we worked the concession stand this past Friday.
Yes,
and it
that
was a
was-
lot. It was fun, but it's busy.
it was busy, yes.
But yeah, Michelle and I worked the
I
concession
know
stand.
we don't talk anything about them young men walking around over there. We know what you ladies were
Right.
doing.
Right.
I know you were checking them out. I know.
There wasn't time.
Oh, they're going to stick to that story.
Yes,
I can tell.
yes.
So, what else we got? That's 2 down.
So that's 2. So, we're still having our resource center.
That's also on Wednesday.
That's also one. Yeah, we have a lot of Wednesday events. So the resource center is still every Wednesday. It is at 1 to 4. And it's up in the old cafeteria at 15th Street.
Right.
And we have different agencies and nonprofits that come in, and they'll talk to, if you're interested in learning more about what they have to offer and what their services are. That's a great opportunity.
It's really it is a
It
one-stop. It's a one-stop resource, so like
Right.
that's what you call it. And it's true. When I went over there was like 12 or 13, 14 agencies all there together, and you don't have to wait for a callback. I mean,
Right.
they're
We
right
try to-
there, and
yeah.
they'll give you an answer. They'll help you. They'll
Yeah.
give you the information and try to help you right there on the spot. So
Right.
it's great.
So if you're wondering what services are out there, that's a great place to come in and find out.
And I think
What's
I think it's
available.
good too. One of the best things I took away from it was each of the agencies found out what the other agencies
Right,
were doing.
Yeah,
Yes.
so networking.
The
Yes.
networking,
The networking
aspect,
has been great, yeah.
and which helps everyone involved because when you come to see, then you find out a need. Well, we can't help you, but hey, we know this other agency can,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
so they can
Yeah.
do that. That's what it's all about,
Right.
bringing
And
the
then
community together.
And then
Yes.
we're having a job fair.
Yes, we
and
are.
That's
That's
August.
5, 4. I've lost count. You have so many things. Okay, job
And,
fairs. That
and,
great?
and I'm trying to remember them all. I didn't bring my paper. The job fair is on August 5th, and that starts at 10 a.m.
Okay, and where's that at?
And that's going to be in the gymnasium at 15th Street.
Okay,
So we
that's
were
where
able
we
to
got
get
our
that.
vaccinations. So,
Yes,
yeah,
where
we
everybody
know
went
where
up and
that
got
is.
some
we do.
vaccinations.
We do.
Yes.
We do.
And so we're having lots of companies are signing up to be there, and some companies along the 522, and we have some new companies that are coming in. So we're hoping to have quite a few companies in there.
I think
and so just-
everyone's looking for.
I mean,
people to
everybody's
work.
looking for people. So if you're looking for a job, or if you want to
Yeah.
maybe change jobs, or just to see what other companies have, I would encourage you to come and just
How
check it
about
out.
if you have a job or your business? Is it somebody they contact you to maybe to participate?
Yes, and yes, you can contact social services if you are interested in participating in the job fair. Yes.
That's great. So
Yeah.
you always find room for one more to squeeze them in there.
Yes. Well, the gym's kind of big, so I think we could fit quite a few in there.
It's amazing the amount of jobs that we have open. Everyone. And
Yes.
when I seen at the 7-Eleven, or the Roy Rogers, they're paying them money to just apply.
Just to
Right.
apply.
Just
Right.
to apply.
Yeah.
And if you stick around, they'll even give you more.
Right.
These signing bonuses that so many companies are doing right now because, especially the hospitality and restaurant
The service
agencies,
industry is just
It's
is
just
really
hurting.
hurting.
It's
Yeah.
hurting. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't play right when the government gives you more to stay home than it does the work. There's something wrong with. I mean, I understand the principle and it sounded good on paper, but in reality, I don't think it helped as much as it hurt. You know what I mean? I think it did. I mean, it's always good. No one's going to turn around free money, but free money ends up costing you somewhere in the end.
Somewhere, yeah. In the end, I guess it does.
Yeah.
Well, and employees that stuck around, like Mark here on the camera, he's a #1 employee here. So, those are the ones that'll benefit from the long term by sticking it out. And employers do take notice of things like that. So,
No.
Mark,
I
want you to
think
know
Mark's
we
up for a raise or something.
Hey. Boy, that didn't go where I wanted it to go. But I just want people to know that they're appreciated and
Yeah.
and they're helping things out because it's not as rosy as what as it looks, and businesses are still struggling with
Right.
with sales, even though they've got a lot of pent up demand. You can't get supplies, you can't get this, you can't get that.
Yeah. Very true.
And things are delayed. It used to take us a day, now take us a week. So
Right.
it's just crazy.
It
And then
is.
you can find people to work, but they're not qualified in the areas that you want to qualify.
Very
Or there's jobs, but people don't want to relocate to where the jobs are.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of they're just not in your backyard. And sometimes you're going to have to relocate or you're going to have to travel to get the job, or get the education and move up into a better trade. That's another great thing. There's a lot of programs out there now to retrain you
a lot of
into a new
programs.
career.
Yeah, that workforce development piece is
Right.
is getting more and more, and there's so many funding that's out there.
Yeah, right now it's
through
a
the
good
state-
time to think
through the
about if you
state,
want to
yeah.
get trained for a trade or to a job that's not a
Exactly.
college type, degree. They're out there. We want blue collar workers.
We
We're
do.
looking for them.
We do. I was just having a meeting about that this morning where, it needs everyone. It needs someone who's, assembling the boxes to the engineer who is
Right.
assembling the piece to go in the box together.
Exactly,
We
exactly.
all have our part and we all are as important to the process.
Oh yeah, that's
So,
what
yeah.
I tell people. I said about you have people that work in the refuse business on this end, and you got brain surgeons on this end, and both are important. You can't live
Very
without
much,
either one of
no,
them.
Right.
you
I
can't.
tried that
Yeah.
in New York one time. didn't
Yes,
they?
I think I
That didn't
remember
work
that.
too good. So there's a place, and then you get your job skill. The pay is based upon how hard it is to replace you.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. And sometimes the lower end jobs right now are harder to replace. And guess what? The wages have gone up.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so
Yeah.
you can't go by the job and thinking, well, that's beneath me. There's no job beneath anyone. And I think if you can ask anybody that's been in business and had their own business, they've done everything from
Oh, right.
The
Yeah,
trash.
Right.
to the boardroom,
Very much so.
And everyone's done that. So there's some people that just want to start at the top.
No, you can't. You can't.
Even with their college degree, and
But yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Even with me in this position right now with People Incorporated, for years president of Reaching Out Now, and I'm doing it from a voluntary standpoint, from being everything and doing all that from the heart, and now being afforded this opportunity.
Yeah.
So it does, you do have to, my husband, he works for Costco, and the CEO who just retired a few years ago, he started as a push cart.
Yeah.
So
That's what people they started at McDonald's, and now they're managing
now
their
they're
own
managing your own franchise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the pay jumps quite a bit.
Right. Right.
They're just
Yes.
it's all about the opportunities you take advantage of and the training you get and willing to do just about anything. We go back to Mark. He'll do anything. He wants to work, and he'll do anything. Won't you, Mark? He's shaking his head. Yeah, he's a good guy. I mean, and but we're just embarrassing him, but that's okay. But people love Mark. He does a great job. I get a lot of positive comments about Mark and all my staff.
Yeah.
So it's great.
I know you just did a great job for the thermal shelter and the banner.
How did that
and
work?
everything.
I looked at it.
It didn't. What you did was great. We had to cancel the event, but
Oh, really?
yeah. There's a
happened?
chicken shortage. Who knew?
Well, it goes back. That's right,
I
because you had
know.
the barbecue chicken.
We
They
were
couldn't-
doing a chicken, and we were supposed to get it on Thursday, and they said it's not coming because we don't have it. So we're like, what?
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
find that out on Thursday
On
morning.
Thursday, yes.
Exactly.
So, but
well, that goes
but
back
you guys
to that.
did a great job on the signs.
Yeah, we recreated your logo, and
Yeah,
Mark did
yeah.
that, and Amanda
It looked
worked
wonderful.
on it.
Well, the banner we'll be able to use,
Oh yeah,
all the time.
Well, you
but-
can use the barbecue chicken
yeah.
sign on
the next time when we have
That's
it.
why I
yeah.
told you don't put a date on it.
I know you were right. So no date. Well, we'll use
You
it
can
next
do
time.
Use it next time.
So I mean, it's just amazing. I mean, there's just so many things that Michelle and Sam, that your organizations do in our community. It's just people just don't know, and it's 24/7. I mean, really, there's a lot of things that go
Yeah,
on.
there's a lot that's happening.
And that's one
There's a
thing
lot
I really,
happening that we're not going to talk about
Oh,
too.
that's true too. That's true. Because they might get canceled. But this one-stop resource center, I will plug that again because that is a really good place.
Yeah.
If you have a need and you really don't know who to call or don't want to call or don't think anyone can help you, just sneak on over there to the building on the 15th Street School and go in there on Wednesdays from 1 to 4 and just kind of walk in. You'd be surprised that just walk around, just, no, I'm just checking it out and see who's there and
Yeah.
start talking to the people and they'll help you.
Yeah, it's been
That's
really
what they want. That's what they want you to do
informative.
this.
Right.
You know?
That's why it's there.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
So
how
they
long is that going to
support.
go on till?
We don't have an end date,
Okay.
so.
Well,
we'll
you can
just-
stop it and start it again
Right.
and pick it
Yeah.
up and see as long as the agencies are participating. I
Right.
think they
And
look
they
for
are. Mm-hmm.
that. I think they like that break to get out of the office and then talk to each other and find out what's going on.
And we're learning a lot from each other,
Yeah.
so that's great. And when we talk to our clients, and we know
Sure.
that much more information to give them.
Sure.
So.
So is that all? Is your list complete?
So I do have one more thing, though. I
Oh.
can't remember the date, and I don't have it in front of me. But we are having a volunteer fair,
At the library.
at the library, and it's not DSS, but there's a volunteer fair happening at the library, and it's the end of August, and it's on a Saturday, one of the last Saturday. I
well,
can't
we got
remember the
time to
date.
come back and talk about
Yeah.
that again.
So yeah.
Well, we'll post
So-
that in the story.
But
as well.
that a lot of agencies are going to be there, and if you're looking to volunteer and you just don't know what's out there, what's available, and what kind of fits you, that's a great opportunity to go out there and talk to the different agencies, see what they have as far
Sounds
as
like a
volunteer.
job fair.
It's like a job fair,
Yeah, but
except for
I mean from a
it's a
volunteer.
non-paid one.
Yes, non-paid one.
Well, a lot of people are looking for something to do.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to do something 40 hours a week, but they don't mind working a day here and a day there, or a couple
Right.
hours here and there.
know.
And there's a need for that.
Yeah, and that's why I think our meal program was so successful, is that it plugged in the community to give back to others in the community. And our volunteers, they drove over 700 miles a week in delivering meals
Yeah.
for our families last school year. And we will be looking for volunteers, drivers for next school year as well.
Right.
So, yeah, we will be there.
Well, Sam, I appreciate all the many hats you wear, the projects you work on, and of course, Michelle,
Of course.
you're just involved on everything. So
Yeah.
you can't you pick something, her name's on it somewhere. I know that, and
Not everything.
well,
No,
I
a
know.
lot.
I like
holding
knowing
back.
what's going on.
And she's a resource center
She
herself.
is a resource center.
Yeah, that's what I tell people. They want to know somebody. Say, well, here's Michelle's private
show.
cell phone number.
I've had people call me and say, Mike McCool gave me your number to go. I said he did.
Well, you know, I've vetted
And that's
them.
fine.
But
I don't
I've
have a-
vetted them
Okay.
first, so you know that they have a need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was
Again,
fine.
Michelle and Sam, I really appreciate you guys coming in and
Thank
talking
you.
to us. And
No, thank you
know,
so
you're
much.
welcome to come back as many
Thanks
times
for
as
having
you
us.
want.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Appreciate
I
it.
got to really hurry up. Mark and I got to get this video done because it's and posted today
yeah,
because
'cause
this
it's
is
coming up.
Monday, and the thing's on
Wednesday,
So we
yeah.
want to get it out in
Yes.
tomorrow's email blast. So
We're also having 2 more. So it's this
Ah.
coming Wednesday, and then in 2 weeks, that
Yeah.
Wednesday, and then into August.
oh, good. We'll
Yeah.
put those dates
So,
on there, and
Yeah. You have the flyer,
I
I
do.
think. If you don't, I'll get it to you.
Yeah. So it's Wednesday. It's July 28th and August 11th.
All right.
All at the same time, but yeah.
And at same
we'll get the
place,
flyer
same
to you.
time, Wednesday, 6 p.m. So if you miss the first one, there's 2 more after that.
That's
Yeah.
great. Well, we're going to take some pictures and write the success of this one up, and then
Thank
we'll
you.
publicize it again next
Okay.
week, and then that'll help the next 2.
Yep.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.